thank you for meeting with us today and talking with me. And I just want to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Not a problem, and it's a pleasure. I'm glad you could make it out here.
Thank you. You've been actively involved in supporting the NRA for some time now. How many NRA annual meetings have you attended?
Well, since I've been on the board, I've never missed one. I think this event here, I haven't missed one for 10 years. And as far as I'm concerned, if you believe in your Second Amendment rights, no one has an excuse why to miss these events.
And then how does this year's event compare to previous meetings?
It's the same. Really, I think the only difference is participation. Every year we get bigger and better. One thing I love about the NRA is we look over our membership and we've got liberals, we've got in-betweens, we've got independents, we've got conservatives. So, we're a well-rounded group of people. We're just Americans is what we are, and we like that.
What events have you attended this week, and which have you most enjoyed?
Well, I had a dinner with the Friends of the NRA the other night. The place was packed. We couldn't have squeezed another body into that convention center if we'd have wanted to. It was amazing. We had a great auction. I do what I do here with Glock. So once I'll go work with the NRA for a meeting or try to enjoy an event. Then I have to get back here because we've got a big line wrapping around the booth waiting for me to sign autographs, kiss babies, and tell jokes and do whatever I do.
Do you have any new TV shows in the works?
No. Now, Lock and Load and Mail Call were the highest rated shows on the History Channel for quite a few years. I've ran those shows, hosted those shows for a total of 8 years, I think it was. And the History Channel wanted to go to cheaper programming, I understand, so they canceled the show. But I right now I'm kind of in between. I really stay busy with Glock. I enjoy what I do with Glock. Can't wait to get up out of bed in the morning so I can come and play with the guys because they're just a bunch of great guys. Fun to work with, good grassroots Americans, red, white, and blue kind of guys like us.
Yeah.
And so I represent Glock. I represent True Spec Clothing, which that's what I wear. I figure if it's good enough for me to wear, well, then I should recommend it for all my friends, right?
Right?
One of those guys that if I find a product or if I find something that I really enjoy that I think outshines the rest of them, I like to share that with everybody.
Yeah.
So I stay pretty busy. I go to a lot of gun shows, knife shows. I enjoy going to the knife shows. Gus, us guys enjoy things that make loud noises and sharp objects. We love sharp objects.
Well, will we see you in any upcoming movies?
You know what? I turned down 10 last year. I did one.
Really?
I turned down, I think, 4 or 5 this year. But they send me these scripts, and I've done 75 movies.
Wow.
If it's not something that I think is going to be a great movie, I just pass on it. Let somebody else do it.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I work with the military a lot, and I work with these grassroots Americans a lot.
Yeah.
My schedule is pretty much set in stone by the end of February. Now, if I accept a movie, that's going to take 3 months out of my life. That means I'm going to have to cancel all this stuff that I've got lined up for the military.
Yeah.
Well, law enforcement and military, as far as I'm concerned, are more important to me than doing a movie that's really not a great movie.
Right.
So, like I say, I will do a movie, and I'm just looking for the good script. And when the good script comes along, I'll know it, and then it will be worthwhile where I can reach out and say, look, guys, we have to make a living here as well, so I can't make this or that. But that's the reason why I'm not doing as many movies right now. I could be doing a lot of crap, but why should I do it?
Yeah. No, I completely understand. Do you have any trips planned to visit our troops overseas?
I've been over to Afghanistan and Iraq 5 times. Been to Gitmo a number of times. Okinawa, Japan, and all over Japan and Guam and the Far East. I've been all over there. I try to get over there every 4 years or so. But I do the Marine Corps birthday balls. The way I work it nowadays is, if there's a wherever the birthday ball takes me, that's where I go. So that's the way, and I speak. I'm guest speaker and guest sponsor at birthday balls. It'll be usually about 10 or 12 a year. And so it takes me all over the world to do these birthday balls.
Yeah.
And I love it. I have a great time. You know, the Marine Corps retired me out in 1972, and I just basically kept showing up for work. They haven't been able to get rid of me. After a while, they finally decided, you know, this guy is not going away. So they more or less opened their arms, and I'm with them. And this year I celebrated my 52nd anniversary with the Marine Corps.
Wow.
Very closely associated with the Marine Corps. Wow. Once a Marine, always Marine. You just can't get away from it.
Yeah.
For the wives, the Marines' wives, and Marines themselves, they actually get to wear their dress uniforms once a year now. The rest of the time they're fighting our wars, right?
Right.
But so it's kind of a unique and a special thing. November 10th is our birthday. Mm-hmm. And it's a wonderful thing for everybody to be able to get dressed up in their dress blue uniforms, their finery. The ladies are looking great. And go to a birthday ball.
Yes.
It's a great event. You know,
yes,
because you've been there, right?
It is, and everybody looks so good. Everybody looks so good.
I recommend all the pretty girls out there, hook up with a young Marine and get him to take you to the birthday ball. You'll never regret it, right?
No, you won't. No, you won't. Have you had much time to spend at the gun range lately?
You know, I shoot in competition. I try to shoot as much as I can. It's a lot of fun, number one. And so I go to Camp Perry every year, which is Camp Perry, Ohio. That's the national finals, so we find out who the best in America is.
Right.
But I go there every year. There's about 6 or 8 matches that I do every year. And it gets to the point where when those matches are approaching, I get real antsy and nervous and start pacing and packing my bag a little at a time. But I've gotten to the point where all my friends are there, you know,
yeah.
And I love to go play with my friends. So we get on the firing line, all of us lined up on that firing line, and we compete. And competition is great. It's healthy, don't you think?
I do.
And they beat the daylights out of me generally, but sometimes I have a good day. You never can tell with me, you know. But I'm a firm believer there is no safer place in America than the firing line of a rifle range, period.
Yeah.
The most dangerous place, of course, would be in the freeway.
Right.
But the safest place in America is right there on that firing line, trust me. Our rules and regulations and safety is first and foremost.
Oh, yeah.
No question about it.
Yes.
So,
but
really that, good. I hope, answers your question. I try to keep my hand in as best I can.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. No, that did answer my question. Thank you.
Hornady ammo, best ammo in the world, and they give it to me free. Match condition ammo, all I need. So,
what Glock model are you currently running?
Well, I have most of them. I have most of the Glocks. When a couple of years ago, 10 years ago, I was doing mail call. And shooting a lot of guns, blowing a lot of stuff up, flying the airplanes and having a great time. But the gun companies started coming to me, and they wanted me to be the representation. Well, I had 4 different handgun companies that came to me, and I have them all.
Yeah.
And I looked around and I said, well, where's Glock? Because if I'm going to be the spokesperson for a gun company, I would like to be the spokesperson for the best gun company.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about Glock, I gave them a call, and next thing you know, they were on board. Took a little less money to represent Glock.
Yeah.
That's all right. I don't have to lie about my product.
Yeah.
Because I have never had a malfunction with a Glock. And you get that side alignment, trigger squeeze squared away. It's in the black every shot, you know?
Right. How do you like the ergonomic changes made by Glock in their Generation 4 series?
You know what? With me, none of it makes any difference. With me, it's all side alignment, trigger squeeze, and as far as I'm concerned, the older Glocks are just as good as the newer Glocks. You know, I have one of the beautiful things, great things I love about Glock is you don't have to clean them.
Right.
I have a 45 gap that I took out of the Glock, gave it to me, and I took it out of the box about 10 years ago. I've been shooting that gun. I take it to the range. I let my daughter shoot it. My son goes to the range. He shoots it. I insist that everybody shoot that gun. I think we probably got 3,000 or 4,000 rounds through that gun.
Really?
I've never had a malfunction. And the beautiful part of it is I've never cleaned, I've never touched it with a brush. I've never ran anything down the bore. In the Marine Corps, E6s, E7s, and above in the enlisted ranks carry a coin generally. It's optional, it's not mandatory, but many of them do. And it's called a challenge coin. In the officers' ranks, we get majors and lieutenant colonels and on up carry a coin. And the unit has a coin, and the commanding officer or the sergeant major or the senior staff NCO will present his coin to the troops for a job well done. So when a PFC goes the extra mile and really accomplishes the mission very impressively, then the sergeant major might present that young PFC with his coin.
Oh, how neat.
And it's presented to the PFC for a job well done.
That is very neat.
Here's my coin.
Aww.
And you have to, there's a proper way to do it.
Okay.
And the way to do it is I shake your hand and I very discreetly pass you the coin.
Thank you.
And you own the coin.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure,
I
absolutely.
really appreciate it.
News by the Barrel.